Is it working now? And now I've definitely forgot what I'm saying. Hello, Andrew. Hello. Thanks for the welcome back. I didn't think anyone had missed me. Can you hear me? Oh my god, I've done the review now with no sound, I think. Oh fucking hell. I'll do it again at the end of the video, so if it hasn't come on, people can skip the end of the video anyway. Right, I was just talking about where I've been. I've only got one viewer, so it's kind of weird. Actually, I like how there's only one viewer because I think it'd be weird with lots of them. I don't know why I went live now. I was like kind of panicking about it. Oh, thank you. Right, well, I forgot where I'm up to. Oh, I'm useless at doing videos. I don't know why anyone watches them. Right. What happened? Yeah, I was saying the NHS was crap. And then my back went as well. I started get well, it wasn't my back that went, it was my hip that went, which I have had problems with it twice over the past few years. So I was struggling to walk. So what I did, I just kept taking painkillers, what were given to me from my shoulder, because I had some left over from that, and they were working. They used to work on my hip anyway, and they didn't work anymore. The tablets. And so from middle of August through September to through October, so about another 8-10 weeks again, I was just in pain with my hip all the time. I was really struggling to walk and do stuff, but I still tried to do it. And by October, I can't remember the exact date, and last week of October it was, I woke up one morning and I was unable to move at all. So I ended up having to phone 111, which is the emergency services we have here, which doesn't do like ambulances. It's just like someone who's a nurse on the end of the line, and they can help you and tell you what to do. And she said, well, obviously you can't move, you need to go to hospital. So they called me an ambulance, and then I realised I couldn't even get up to open the front door to let the ambulance people in. And so I had to call my ex, and he had to come over to open just to let him in, sort of thing. He only lives across the road, luckily, and we have 2 kids, and we're still friends, so he was happy to do that. So he came over to let him in. I ended up in hospital. It was the worst. Oh my god, they wasn't even going to admit me, even though I couldn't move. They were going to send me home in that state. That's what the NHS, how bad it is now here. They had no bed for me. She said, we've no beds, we can't do anything. We're going to have to send her home. And obviously I'm still in pain. I'd had some gas and air and that helped, but it wears off really quick. It doesn't last long, so I'm in constant pain. They were going to send me home. They finally admitted me to a ward, but and then they gave me a load of drugs while I went ward, and I think it took middle at night. The pain stopped, and I was unable to walk, but I lost a complete sensation in my bladder and my leg. I lost complete sensation, so I left the hospital unable to walk. I actually made a complaint about the hospital. That's how bad it was. I did put a complaint in because they wasn't going to sort me out. They just treated me like I was okay, basically, and I couldn't walk. I left the hospital unable to walk, and they didn't care. They just needed a bed for someone else. I don't know who, but obviously, I don't know. But yeah, and then that was the start of me getting sorted. It took a couple of months, but I finally got to see a consultant. I got to see a hip consultant first because the pain was all in my hip before I was able to move and went numb. So a hip consultant had a look. They thought I'd actually broke my hip. That's how bad I was. And he said he couldn't see anything wrong with my hip at all, and he was pretty sure it was my spine. I did make a complaint, Andrew. I did. It was in. I don't know if I'm allowed to say for legal reasons. Am I allowed to say? Answer me. I don't know. But I did complain about it, and they were like, oh, we're sorry, blah, blah. And I thought, well, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I didn't care at the time, I suppose. I wasn't in that much of a pain anymore because everything went numb. And I've got some numbness now. But I got referred to a spine consultant at the same hospital, and he's been great. He's been really helpful. He referred me to a bladder consultant as well because I did completely lose function of my bladder because I couldn't feel anything. I had no sensation down there whatsoever. Yeah, it wasn't good. I actually have a phobia of hospitals now because of what happened when I got admitted as well. So I try to avoid the hospitals. I don't like them. I've had a lot of appointments since October, which I haven't enjoyed going to hospital. I usually have low blood pressure, but now when I go to hospital and they measure my blood pressure, it's way too fast. I set the alarm off one time because it was so fast. I set the alarm off and it was like, is it usually like this? I said, no, it's because I'm scared of hospitals now because of the way I got treated last time I come in. So, do you want to talk about anything, Andrew, in particular? Because I was just basically explaining where I've been. I got diagnosed with spinal stenosis. I'll show you the letter if you want. Got a few letters. I've got it in. I don't know, it's a bit blurry. But basically, I've got spinal stenosis in my neck and my lower back and 2 disc prolapses. Fuck knows where that comes from. But, yeah. So, I'm waiting for a couple of operations as well now. Do you know, I just realised I don't know how to end the live video either. I have no idea. I'm just going to leave it on all night. No, I won't really. Anyway. So, yeah. So, from October of... I've still got pain now, but it's not as bad. I've learnt ways to deal with the pain as well as not getting so much pain. No, it's been a horrible year, Andrew. I've been traumatised. I've actually seen someone from my mental health as well. If you look, like... Oops, I don't want to put my address on. But I actually seen someone about mental health because I was really, honestly, I've been in a bad state. It's horrible being in constant pain anyway. And I was in constant pain from June till end of October nearly, with a couple of weeks off in between. That was bad enough. And then after the way I was treated in hospital, I just was traumatised. I'm a traumatised person. But that's why I've not made any videos. Even since I've not been in constant pain, I've not felt like making any videos because I've just been on the right downer. It's not been great at all. It's horrible being disabled. Honestly, there's no support here either. I keep applying to get supports, and there's nothing. Nothing. Because obviously, I've no money to pay for support, so there's nothing there. Oh, and then I got took to court for my council tax as well because I didn't pay that. Anyway, bill were wrong, so that's that sorted. Right, do I have to do my review again, don't I? Because there was no sound. I don't know how to put a thing on my video either saying that there's no sound at the beginning. Right. I don't know. It might be on at the beginning. I might be wasting my time. Do you want to talk about anything else, anyone? I noticed I got more than one viewer. If you want to ask anything, you can do. I'm open to suggestions. I put my lights on to cheer me up at the back, by the way. It's not Christmas here or anything. It's kind of weird talking to myself, though. Like, it'd be good if other people was on cam and it'd be a bit like Skype and we could chat, wouldn't it? I think so. I think that'd be interesting and fun to do. But I don't think you can do that on here, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone doing it. Ew. Basically, my review for these said, they look like granny pants, they feel comfortable because they are very thin, they're not for people who have heavy usage, and... yeah, they're okay for people who still have bladder control but have occasional leakages. Because I'm not in them all the time again. I was, God, from October till, I think just a couple of months ago, from October till a couple of months ago, I was in them all the time because I had no control over my bladder. Or if I did have control, I had very, very little. You know, and I often wouldn't make it to the toilet in time because I've got, oh God, right, I haven't got, I might have stress incontinence, I don't know now, but I got diagnosed with the other incontinence, the one where you feel an urgency to go to the toilet. You won't, when I'm sat down, I can't feel anything. I don't feel like I need a wee. But if I stand up, I feel like I need a wee straight away. I've got that one, urge incontinence, I think it was called. So yeah, these are okay if you're just having small leakages, and they're basically like a sanitary towel. They're very thin. Hello. They're very thin, and yeah, they absorb quite quickly, so that's good if you do have a big wee. But what's the best nappy I've tried for night time? Well, honestly, I mostly use pull-ups because I find them easy to put on, and I have said in videos before that the tabs are uncomfortable. Right, but I didn't know something. You're supposed to put the tabs on a certain way, aren't you? And that is why the tabs are uncomfortable. So I've mostly used pull-ups anyway. I've not really got a lot of experience with nappies. Well, not as a wearing them, but as a carer, I have got more experience with nappies. And I have actually found, I'll go and get them now, Andrew. Don't mind. A minute. Wasn't a minute then, was I? Right. These, like I said, I don't have a big floor. Do you know what though? When I did have a big floor, I was using these, and oh my god, I was waking up every morning soaked in wee. These are very for not heavy floor, but again, they're a pull-up type thing, which I find comfortable. And I was that much of a mess. I really didn't know what to do about it. I was sleeping on them incontinence pad things, the like material stuff that is absorbent. I was sleeping on that, but I was waking up flooded in wee on that, and it was horrible. So basically, that's what I've tried then. And these, I do recommend. Right, I always call them Tina and the Tanner and all. Right, I've actually remembered that for change. But I do recommend Tina brands. I think a lot of people would recommend them actually. They are good, but not the pull-ups if you have a lot of weight. If you only have, you're not weighing too much, like I am right now, then they're good. But they're not good for if you like. I lost control of my bladder. The rubbish for that, definitely. I think. And these again, Tenner, even there. But the slips. Actually, I got given these. I would like to say thank you to the person who gave me those, because this is where I'm learning a lot of things now, because I've got a friend who's also disabled. Well, he's sort of my boyfriend. Sort of. We're only just seeing each other. But it's dead handy to know, and he gave me a load of nappies because he has some. And he's been teaching me how to put them on, and like to put on more than one at once. So that's good. You know what? If you have a lot of floor, use more than one. I'll probably do a video on that if anyone wants. If anyone wants to leave a comment, if you'd like to see a video on doing like double and triple nappies or more, I'll do a video on that because I am learning it. I'm getting all right at it. But yeah, I do recommend these slips because I'll open them a short. I've probably done a review for these already because I think I've used them before now. But you can get them soft backs or plastic backs, and honestly, the Tenner plastic bag, they're so soft. They're absolutely lovely and soft. And these are cloth back. They look very thin. I've not used these. My son uses these. He's not potty trained at night. Right. They are very thin, but they're really absorbent. They're well, He was using, I can't remember what brand he was using before, but he stopped using them because he kept leaking at night. He wouldn't use them. And these, he only uses one. I don't double them up on him or anything. He only uses one. And they don't leak. They're pretty good. I don't know if that's because he's not weeing as much at night, actually. I don't know, but he does still wet the bed, sort of thing. So, yeah. But these, I do recommend tennis slip. I don't know what size absorbency they are. These are just 6 out of 8 absorbency. Oh, of course we can. What do we want to talk about specifically about bedwetting? There's loads of people wet the bed. I do it now, as I've just admitted to everyone on camera. So, but I don't care. Do you know what? Right, when my son was even younger than he is now, he's a teenager now. I'm not going to put him on videos or anything because I know he is still a bit embarrassed about it, but he's not as embarrassed now. Like, the older he gets, the more he accepts it. But when he was about 7, he was wetting the bed then, and he had been doing for a couple of years, and I didn't even think to put him in nappies. I did not. I just thought, oh, it's just, I've got to keep changing his bed. And then social services got involved with us because he was wetting himself at school. And oh my god, and then I even said to myself, you know what, I feel like putting him back in nappies. I said that one time when we were talking about what to do about it, because he just kept referring us to people and nothing worked. He got this spray for up his nose, that didn't do anything. He what else? I think that was it. We could have tried some tablets, but they could affect his kidneys, and I didn't want to risk that with him being so young, and he was quite little for his age. Like, he's not tiny, but I just felt I didn't want to go down the tablet route yet while his body was so small. So I even said to social services, I wouldn't mind putting him back in nappies. And they said, oh no, you can't do that, it's 7. You know, you don't put people back in nappies at that age. And I said, but you're not the one getting up 3 times in the night, having to change the bed and disturb his sleep by getting him out of bed to change the bed as well. You know. So there is actually a lot of medical help out there if you've got any research, which is wetting the bed. There's nothing for poo. He had problems with poo as well. There's not. I never found a lot of help. There might be now because I'm talking like this is 10 years ago now. So there might be help now with poo, but I've not noticed anything. And he doesn't really have problems with poo anymore. It is still wee. So, but I've been wondering, you know, since I got more incontinent because of my spine. I've been wondering if there's something wrong with his spine and he should get it checked out. Because I had an MRI. It does take a while, but it's not that bad having one done. Why do you feel like the only one who wets the bed anyway? There must be a lot of people on here who wet the bed and do videos. Like I said, I do it. My son does it. My boyfriend does it. Everybody I know wets the bed. It's not normal to not wet the bed anymore, I think. How do you feel about it? Are you bothered about it, or are you not forced? I know, like I said, my son stopped wearing the nappies because he felt like there was no point in wearing them because he was leaking out of them anyway. But I said to him, if it still catches some way. But I was sick of washing his bed, to be honest, and replacing mattresses. So I'm glad he's wearing them again. But that's nice to know that. Thank you. I don't know how I'm helpful. I have no idea, but yeah, I do like. Do you know what? I've been a carer for a long time, and I've had 4 kids as well. So, well, I brought up 4 kids, and I've enjoyed looking after people, and I just enjoyed that. And I wouldn't say I love helping people. Like, sometimes I can't be bothered, you know, like anyone else. But yeah, it's nice to know that I've helped you. I'm pleased with myself now. Thank you. I don't even think my reviews are that good. But you know, I don't know. Maybe because I've been honest and things like that. But what's the point in hiding it or lying about it? Because it's nothing to be ashamed of. If your body doesn't work properly, and well, it's not even not that it's not working properly. If it doesn't work in the usual way, what are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? Just get upset about it, or try and deal with it. You've got to deal with it, haven't you, really? You know? I think that's why I was glad that I was a carer before I ended up incontinent, because I think I would have found it hard to wear nappies myself and pull-ups if I hadn't already dealt with other people having to cope with wearing them and having to reassure them that it's all right and things like that. Because I think that helped me in the long run. You know, we all end up in nappies in one eventually, I think. Like when we get older, we all expect to be back in them. But I didn't expect to be back in them already. I was like, oh, I would like another 30 years or so, please. You know. But it's all right wearing them. I don't get rashes, luckily, and I don't use creams or talc or anything. I just change them regular, and it's worked out all right for me. I haven't got any rashes or anything. Even when I was flooding and leaking, I did get a bit sore. I think I got a bit sore then, but I can't remember my skin. I did get a bit of sore skin then, actually, and I think I had to get cream from doctors. But apart from that, just having them function properly. No, the NHS does not supply products for me and my son, so that is why I ended up with these. Like, I was like, oh, 120 for 28 quid. I can just about afford them. And then, nah, they're not very good. No, the NHS doesn't supply products for us at all. No, there's, even though I've also been referred to someone for my bladder, and he knows I've got bladder problems and I have to pretty much wear stuff all the time. Nobody's referred me to that. They're really, really underfunded at the minute. You could get them, but I'm guessing they've got a limited amount of money and a limited supply, so they only recommend like the most desperate cases, I suppose. And I'm not rich, but I'll always make sure I've got money for medical stuff. Always. I do buy a lot of medical stuff myself because it's cheaper than going to doctors, even to get in a taxi to doctors. Like, it's just cheaper to buy it offline from Poland. So medications, things like that, I buy them all off there. It's cheaper. Yeah, that's how sad it is. But yeah, it's cheaper than getting a free prescription. But no, we don't get them. Oh, you know what? I am actually. Oh, you don't want them. My boyfriend gets them. They are horrible. These aren't the ones. These ones are all right. This one's he bought off someone else. They're not too bad. You can see they're fairly straight, can't you? And the tabs are nice on them. Look at the tabs. You know what? I'll go and get one now. You want to see these NHS nappies? They are awful. I'm not kidding. These are them. The same brand again, tenner. Oh, where's my hair always going weird now? But the same brand again. Active Fit, apparently. No, they're not. If you walk about in them, they will fall down. Right, these are horrible. Oh no, this one's alright. Ish. You get that. Honestly, these aren't too bad. There's worse than these. You get them. That's how they are in the packet. These are all squished. Look, you can see that's peeling back. Sometimes they've been bent right back. I don't know if you can tell actually. Can you tell? Right, that's basically bent. It was in the packet like that. And that's meant to be flat. Oh no, that one's flat. I think that's meant to be flat, but it's bent over and sometimes actually peeled off a bit as well. And honestly, we had a few packets all like that. They were a mess, and the back of them was wonky. I think the NHS gets these cheap because these are rejected nappies, I reckon. I reckon even though they've been made, rather than, the ones that don't pass quality control, because like I said, them ones that have been paid for, these aren't NHS ones, that's why they're cloth backed. These look okay, the tabs are nice and everything. But the ones you get off the NHS, they're a mess, seriously. Like, they're not even... Sometimes these are odd sizes, right? So the tab might be there on it, or it might be higher up here because the top of it's been cut off on one side. Honestly, they're disgusting. I'll get a packet off my boyfriend what he's got at his, because the ones he's got at his are really awful. The ones he gave me, luckily, are all right, but the ones he's got at his are terrible. And then these will be odd as well, usually, because we thought, oh, it's just one bad packet, and we opened up another packet, and again, they were just terrible. And I said to him, I'm going to review them on my channel when I get a chance. But they're not ideal. I mean, these ones are pretty good, the ones from the NHS. These are good for the ones that we've had. And I was getting really distressed because I was like, why can't I do these nappies properly? Why can I not do them? And I thought there was something wrong with me, or I was just stupid. And he actually said, it's not you, it's the way they're cut. He says they're not straight and things like that, and you have to mess about to get them level and things like that. So yeah, I mean, if you're desperate and you're not got enough money to buy the nappies yourself and you're using a lot, I can understand why people would be desperate enough to use them. But you know, I've unfolded that from that. I've unfolded this from that, and it's not. This one isn't great. The ones that are is have been worse. He's getting a delivery of them tomorrow though, so hopefully them will be better, but they probably won't. We need to make a campaign, don't we? Like, NHS, what the hell are these things? We can't get them on. But I'll do a video of a packet of his, and then Boots on brand. Do you know what I was going to say? I used to love them as well, but when I got problems with walking, I couldn't walk into town to Boots anymore to buy them. So I started getting them online. Yeah. Yeah, they are good Boots ones. They're nice, aren't they? They're comfortable as well. I've only used the pull-ups again. I've not used the slips, they call them, apparently, on the packet. But I'll do a review of them NHS nappies. What he's got to do is really bad. And if he's up for it, I'll put one on. I'll put one on him now. And you can just see how horrible it is trying to get one on when they're disgusting like that. And we can start a campaign to get better nappies, like, on the NHS. And just say, what the hell are you doing, Tenor? Giving these to people? They're not fit for use. I don't know what they would do if they don't pass quality. I don't know what they would do with them, if they would have to chuck them away. I don't recycle them or something. I have no idea. So I suppose it's good for the environment, but it means people rely on the NHS ones aren't getting good nappies. What did you like about the Boots ones? I think they was comfortable and quite absorbent, but not as like I say, I use pull-ups, not these, so not the slips. Slips are always more absorbent, aren't they? Well, they seem to be to me. Nothing like these granny pants. I was gutted when I opened them and seen how small they were. That's true. The price is better than online. Actually, I've noticed that. They were about $10.99 when I went there for. I don't know how many was in the packet, but there was quite a lot in the packet, weren't there? And then online, you'll see something like 15 quid for 18. So you have to buy them in bulk online. Otherwise, you're paying a hell of a lot for them. Well, you will be. I think I paid 60 quid for 8 packets of these. And there's only 18 in the pack. I think that's really expensive. Well, that is expensive, but cheap compared to other offers online. But that's why I didn't have as much money this month, so I got the 28 quid ones. They're all right, though. And luckily I got given, like I say, I got given a load of nappies as well, thank God. Otherwise I would have been stuck, because my son can't wear them. There's no way he could wear that in bed. You have to wear about 10 of them at once. I didn't really find it embarrassing, you know. I mean, they're selling them for a reason, aren't they? You know, they know that people are going to use them, and I suppose some people are a bit childish about wetting the bed and things like that, I suppose, but I don't know, they would get sacked from the job if they made you feel bad about it, wouldn't they? So they can't make you feel bad. But I know what you mean. I wasn't buying them for me. I was buying them for my son. So obviously I wasn't embarrassed, because it weren't for me. And I buy them online for me. So I have no idea what it would feel like for myself, to be honest. But yeah, it is weird how toilet things are embarrassing, aren't they? I don't know why. I talk about poop and pee. It don't bother me. I don't get embarrassed. I've got a bum. I know what it's like. No, I've used quite a lot of nappies though, but not properly. The pull-ups for teenagers. He's got a muscly bum. I did try and get him in them when he was little, and even when he was 7, he couldn't fit in them. He's got a really round, firm bum. Honestly, it's weird, but I could never get him in. I don't think they had them for teenagers when he like 10 years ago, but I'm not sure. They might just not have had them in shops around here. But yeah, I did try and get him in dry nights, and I only bought one packet, I think, and they didn't fit him. Unless they do adults ones now. My son's not bothered, to be honest. He's only in them at bedtime, so nobody knows about it except him. And since my bladder completely packed in and I've been in nappies all the time, he's not been bothered. He sort of sees it as, oh, someone else is in nappies. It's not just me now. And like I said, my boyfriend, he's in triple nappies. That's how much he weighs at night. He has to put 3 on at night, otherwise he would leak. And it is full in morning. And my son has obviously seen me, he wears them, and that has boosted his confidence a little bit more. He's like, oh, look, someone else is wearing them, and it's a man, and it's an adult man like me, sort of thing. So that's been a good confidence booster for him, I think. But I have tried them, yeah. He's wearing the slips now because he needs a lot more absorbency than pups can give him as well. Do you know, I'm wondering if these are a bit like dry nights because they do feel really thin like they were. Do you not feel like dry nights are a little bit babyish though, or not? Because they are. There is a brand for like younger kids, isn't there? What is dry nights as well? Like I said, they have them for teenagers and for like 7-year-old, I think, so 7 to 12 or something like that. So I think they're quite childish. Which is nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people like being childish when they're wearing nappy sort of thing. So I don't think my son would wear them. I don't know. No idea. Oh, we've had a very nice chat tonight, haven't we? Don't know what else to talk about now. But yeah, I'll do a review of them NHS ones. You'll just laugh, honestly. They're awful. I've nearly ended. Honestly, we had to have a break one night because I couldn't even be bothered to put it on. I was like, I tried putting it on. It took ages. I said, look, let's just have a break. I need a break. Like after about 20 minutes break in between. So I can't do this. It's just pissing me off, and I'm obviously not going to leave you not sorted out, but I just can't be bothered. I've got to have a break and then try again later. Yeah, all time since October, and before then, when my hips started playing up, I didn't have any numbness, but I noticed the stress incontinence then. I was trying not to be in nappies because I didn't have enough money for both myself and my son to have nappies. And I was like, well, I can't really use all these up. He's going to need them. And then he stopped wearing them anyway, so I didn't feel too guilty. I did use some of his. But most of the time I was trying to stay out of them because I didn't know what was going on with my body, really. I thought, why is it only when I stand up that I feel a sudden urgency to have a wee? And I didn't think to go to doctors because I was in all this pain in my shoulder and hip anyway. I was like, oh, great, it's another thing packing in. And yeah, by October, I had no control over my bladder not long before I went in hospital. And like I said, when I come out, it was completely numb and I had no sensation at all in my bladder. Literally none. I just felt numbness down there. I didn't even know when I'd weed. My bowels was okay, weirdly. Even though everything was numb in my leg, completely in my leg, only my bladder went numb and not my bowels. And the doctor even put his finger up my bum to see if I could clench my bowels. Which I could do that, and he said, "I'm pretty sure you're all right, though." I said, "Yeah, I still." But you know, when I go for poo, right, I get this weird feeling going out way down my leg now. It feels kind of nice, but it's weird as well because you don't usually get a feeling going down your leg when you go for a poop. But yeah, there's been all kinds of weird stuff happening in my body. Some of it is quite nice, and most of it has been horrible. But yeah, I'm in them all the time now. I've got one on now. I just wear them all the time. I do have occasional days where I feel confident that I won't need them, and sometimes that'll run to 2 or 3 days, and I've no idea why. It's usually if I've rested a lot and I've not irritated. I think what it is, I've not irritated the nerves in my spine, and they're sort of healing, and I am more able to control myself down there. So I can have 2 or 3 days where I don't wear them because I've not peed one day, so I won't wear them again next day. I think what's the point wearing them if you're not weeing them? And then I'll just within a few days I'll just be weeing myself again. So I'm pretty much 24/7, and I don't come out of them unless I have a few dry ones. I will not come out of them, and it's pretty much all the time now. But I don't mind. Like I said, I'm not getting rashes or anything. If I were getting rashes, I think I'd be more upset about wearing them because I don't like pain. Are you in them 24/7, Andrew? You're just wet in the bed only? I don't actually wee that much at night anymore. Not too bad. I do a bit, but not as much as before. That's why I can even wear them in bed now. Whereas before, like these big things weren't helping. Like I would lick flood out of them. I actually do like these though. They are comfortable and thin. Just at night. Oh, how come? How come that? Andrew, have you got like no sensation yourself, or is it just in case there's no toilet nearby? Yeah, we're about time now. Whoop, it's falling off. But these are really comfy. And they don't bulk out too much as well. That's a problem as well, isn't it? Like going out, because if there's no toilet nearby and you've got bladder problems, I noticed this before I even ended up in hospital. I couldn't go anywhere because I needed to be near the toilet all the time. Before I went in hospital all the time, I didn't know when I'd need to use the toilet, so I had to make sure wherever I was going. Oh right, never thought of that. That's a good idea. I never fall asleep on journeys. Usually got 4 kids with me, so they don't let me sleep. How's your year been anyway? Like you all know, mine's been rubbish. Not great. Got a little paper sort out there after. They do, don't they? My boyfriend says he can tell I've got one on, but I don't know if he's just making that up. I have no idea. He says like he can tell, but although I was wearing them, they're not even it. I'm not going to go out and get more nappies again. But yeah, I don't think you can tell I'm wearing them. I have sometimes worn shorts with it being summer and not realised it's popping out the bottom. But like I said, I'm not bothered. one time I went out when it was really windy and I had like a skater skirt on, you know them shortish skirts that go out. I had one of them on and wind blew up and I had a nappy on then. And the wind blew up and there's cars going past and I was just like, oh my god. But I'm not even bothered anymore. If that would happen, it doesn't bother me. And Just like I said, they've been popping out the bottom of my shorts and I didn't realise until like I've noticed when I'm walking past mirror and something and think, oops. But if you wear them, you wear them, innit? If anyone says anything, I'll just say, well, I'm not happy about not having a bladder control, but I'm not going to just pee my pants just because you're taking the piss. You wouldn't, would you? Which nobody has said anything, actually. I don't think. Or sometimes I get stupid comments on here. Like, people will actually watch a video about incontinence and then make like a nasty comment about it. And I just think, what was the point in that? It doesn't bother me. I think one guy said something about, oh, look at her, she's old and in nappies. And I thought, well, yeah, it is better to be safe than sorry. The amount of times I've cleaned up my son's pooey pants and bum because he had no nappy on. Honestly, doing a nappy is a lot easier than cleaning up someone else. Well, actually, no, it depends on what's in it sometimes, actually. Sorry, I'm cleaning. My feet are dirty, so I'm wiping them with baby wipes. Do you feel better though when you don't have to wear one? I do sometimes. I feel like I don't feel abnormal wearing nappies, but I do feel like it's more normal not to be in them because I haven't been in them most of my life, and I do feel kind of, I won't say happier, but if I'm not wearing them, I'm sort of more confident and like I feel like I don't know. Oh, I can use the toilet. La, la, la. But I don't get depressed when I have to go back in them because I start weeing myself. It doesn't bother me too much. I think I've run out of things to talk about. That is very, very unlike me. This video is 15 minutes long. You're used to it. You've never been out of them at night at all. See, my son was out of them for a little while and then he just started weeing the bed again. I don't know why. He just, well, I sort of know why. He just did not wake up when he needed a wee because I used to hear him making funny noises in his room about 7 o'clock in the morning, and then he'd get up about. I'd go and wake him up about 20 minutes later to get ready for school, and I'd noticed he'd wet the bed, and it clicked that funny noise was him weeing in his sleep. Like he was just making noises like, because he was having a wee while he was sleeping. So. But he was out of it. I mean, he just started wetting the bed again. He just didn't wake up for a toilet. Don't know why. And I used to try and get up earlier than him weeing, but then he'd just start doing it earlier. I don't know. I don't even know why it was weird, really. There is a lot of help for people who wee, but nothing that would explain that, I don't think. Well, he is 18 now, so he is an adult. He might grow out of it because my brother, I've got two sisters and a brother, and my brother always wet the bed as well. He was never not out of the bed, but he never went in nappies. My mum used to constantly wash the sheets and bed, right? And his mattress, oh god, she used to have to take it outside to hose it down sometimes. It was that much weight. But he eventually grew out of that when he was in his early 20s. He stopped wetting the bed. And he doesn't even, he himself does not know why it stopped happening. He just said like that he just started waking up and waking up for a wee and needed to go. So maybe he was deficient in hormones and all of a sudden in his early 20s he got those. I have no idea. But he grew out of it. I don't know if my son will. But you know what? I forgot about my brother wetting the bed. Even though he did it all his life. It wasn't something that you really talked about though, is it? Like years ago, nobody really talked about it. You wouldn't find videos like this on the internet. You wouldn't find people saying, oh, I wear nappies to bed, because everyone was sort of like, I don't know if it's prude, but But everyone was ashamed of themselves in the old days, like when I was younger. It really was. It was seen as you should be ashamed of yourself for wetting the bed, even though you can't help it. Obviously, my mum didn't make my brother feel ashamed, but it wasn't something that she ever took him to doctors for, or she didn't even take him to doctors. I think she did actually once, but they gave her this thing that it was an alarm, and if you weed on it, it would wake you up. But he never woke him up. He slept through that as well. So there was just this beeping noise waking my mum up. And my brother was like, they're wet in the bed still. I'm surprised he didn't electrocute himself, you know. Like, they were electric. They like can monitor what's electric and it senses fluid, basically. And it knows when someone's wet in the bed. So, but that's all she ever did. There wasn't a lot of help then either, I don't think. There might have been, but I don't know. Oh no, I don't know if you'll grow out of it or not. You just can't tell. Depends on your body, doesn't it? I mean, sometimes they'll know who has a chance of it never, like who's never gonna grow out of it because maybe there's something wrong with the kidneys or something wrong with the bladder that can't be fixed, something like that. So they would know that, but I feel like I'm babbling on about nothing. But yeah, with my brother, nobody knew if he would stop wetting in bed, but in his early 20s, it did finally happen. Like I said, he doesn't even know why it happened. He just said one day he stopped wetting in bed, and that was that. Didn't really have any accidents after that. But that's what they give you hormones for, don't they? Because when you're sleeping, apparently there's a hormone gets released into your bloodstream that switches your kidneys off, or is it kidney? Yeah, I think it switches your kidneys off so that they stop producing wee, or so that you don't wee while you're asleep. You're in your late 20s. Did the alarm work for you? No, guessing it didn't. I should still be using it. I can't say really. I don't know if it'll stop for you. I mean, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, not to be in nappies at bedtime and things like that, and to actually wake up dry. I mean, in days it's rare I wake up dry now, but when I do, I'm sort of like, oh, that's nice for a change. It is rare, but I do feel happy about it. I don't know why. I'm not sad about wearing nappies myself. Well, pull-ups. I'm not sad about that, but I just feel happy when I'm not weeing. So most of the time. Don't know. I don't even know why I feel like that now. I was alright at the beginning. Do you know, I think it's everything. It's not just weeing myself, I've become disabled basically. I'm very unhappy about that more than anything. And I'm worried because there isn't any help. And I'm waiting for some operations. And if I get my operations, they can make me worse. And I've already got no help. I can't even imagine what it'd be like if I got worse. It'd be worse, wouldn't it? I suppose. I think that's what makes me unhappy about things sometimes. I just want to be myself and normal and go out and things like that. And not have my head doing weird things. And now I'm too hot. Because I shut the window to do the video. Because someone was beeping a car outside before. So, would you like to watch it? Would you like to talk about anything else? Because it's getting on an hour now. And I think I've completely gone on and on and on and on. Have you tried the medicines as well? Like the spray up your nose sort of thing? Like I said, I tried that with my son, but it didn't really work. Hello, other person. Would you like to chat in the chat thing? Andrew's been hogging it all night. Well, it's been very nice of him to hog it because I wouldn't have had half the stuff to talk about tonight if he hadn't. You tried everything. Yeah, I didn't even try everything with my son. I just thought I can't shove all the drugs in him. I'm only messing. There's only been you watching, I think. There's no one else for me to talk to. But I didn't expect to go on for an hour. I like to do like 10, 15-minute video or something like that. Like not great big long ones. And now I've got nappy things everywhere. Yeah, I'll have to do a video of that triple nappy as well. It's pretty hard doing it, but it looks massive. It's really good. And there'll be a lot of people out there like me who didn't know to like triple them up or double them so that you didn't flood the bed and things like that. Or even just don't flood yourself when you go out. Because I didn't know about it until recently. I don't know why. No, it's a shame nothing's worked. I don't think wearing nappies is that bad. I think if I got infections and stuff, I wouldn't enjoy it anymore at all. Like, I would hate wearing them. I doubt anyone will watch this whole video all the way through, apart from Andrew. You get a special mention in the credits later. Right, I better go now. I should go. I've got nothing to talk about now, really. And then I got all sad. Yeah, it's sweet. We all need each other, don't we? We need to boost each other up and stuff. Make sure we're all alright, because not everyone cares, really. So we've got to. Shall I say goodbye then? I'll do another live video again if you want, though, soon. Like, I'll get them rubbish tenor nappies, them NHS ones, I'll get them. And do like a live chat about them, and we can all laugh at them. we can take the mic. We can just say, look at these. What the hell are these things? And I'll like you comment if anybody is watching apart from Andrew. Andrew probably will, but if anybody else does watch it, like they can all make funny comments as well, and you can join in, obviously. Pity there's not that thing on here like Facebook. You could be my number one fan. I am a top fan to some musicians. I love music. I've not had any on for an hour. Yeah, about 58 minutes. Been on a long time. Good. Yeah. It's kind of weird because I don't know who you are really, but I don't mind talking to you, even though you could be a robot. Yeah, I've got Facebook. I've got one. There's no nappy stuff on that one, really. I saved that for this channel. Like I don't even follow anything to do with nappies on there at all. I just keep that to my YouTube. Maybe I might start adding a bit of disability stuff if I think there's any if anyone needs any help. But I'm probably not great at helping myself even, so I probably won't bother doing that. I might just whinge about stuff occasionally and get all sad, but then you'll cheer me up, won't you? So I'm pretty much chatted out, Andrew. I am very, very chatted. I've been going for an hour now. It's a long time in the world of chatting. But I've enjoyed it. It's been nice. I didn't think, I was going to just do them rubbish nappies and I was only going to be on for 5 minutes. I thought I'll not be able to handle it after being away for so long and being so, like, on a downer. But it was actually nice. It was good. I'm glad you was there to talk to because I think, like I said, I wouldn't have had anything to talk about. I would have left earlier, but I would have come back. I would have made more videos. I'm still gonna make more. I got quite a few different ones planned. I don't think I'll put my son in them because he doesn't want to do this stuff. But I'm pretty sure my boyfriend might. We'll see. We already talked about doing a collaboration video, but I don't know what about. Right. Probably we'll have to do it about them NHS nappies. Yeah. Although he might get angry. I probably will get angry. I nearly felt like slashing them to bits. Like, what the hell are these? Are crap. But they are free, so you can't. You know, they say beggars can't be choosers, but you can. You shouldn't end up with rubbish, like stuff that doesn't work at all. Yeah. Right. I shall go now. If anyone wants to ask stuff or recommend for future videos, then feel free to in comments. You'll do one as well. How will you do one? Over like Skype or something? I think we've already done a collab video, but yeah, I would like to do a proper one. That'd be cool. Thanks. We'll work something out then. I don't know if you can message on here. Can you message on here? I don't really use YouTube for anything except music. And like I said, I'm only trying this out tonight. I've never used this before, and it's pretty cool. Awesome. I'm actually gonna put that in. Type it. Can I even type? No. I know, I don't know what I'm doing online, honestly. It's like my brain has disappeared this past year. It's just disappeared. But like depression, you know, it affects your brain. It makes it so you've got no memory and you can't do as much as you used to do. Which I can't because I was disabled anyway, but now it's like also mentally disabled, I think, as well as physically. But I'm getting there. Look, see, done my first video in a year, which I have missed doing them. I enjoyed doing them. I was watching them the other day and thinking, oh, I had a lot of fun making that. Which I did though. It was really funny. Even it was fun. No. Don't put your number on here. We'll figure something out. I'll look for messaging. I'll go to your page and see if I can message you. And if I can, you should be able to reply. You'll get a notification, I think. No, don't put any personal information on comments and that. Someone did that with an email address, and I thought that's a bit dodgy because they could either be a scammer, but also scammers get your like details then. And nah, don't. No, I don't like. Don't put it on. No, people will call you and I don't know, weirdos maybe. Me, I might call you. A weirdo. All right, I'll go and sort the direct message out, and I think I just do the end stream. If anything goes wrong now, don't laugh at me, but I think it's going to happen. Right, thank you for watching. I know it's been incredibly long and boring, but I've actually had fun talking to Andrew tonight and making this video with him, so we don't care. Bye. Oh God, not yet. Or end. Yeah.